Okay. All right, we're going to work on back stitch, and you'll see leftover from when I did running stitch, there's some thread here, but there's really not, I mean, there's not a lot of thread left. Rather than push my luck, it's thread, it's okay. I'm just going to take that thread out and reload my thread. It's annoying when you have to stop halfway through your sample because you ran out of thread. It's better to just go ahead and reload right from the beginning and get yourself some new thread if it starts to get short on you. So I'm going to thread that through. I'm going to thread that and knot it, and then I'm going to show you the back stitch. The back stitch is similar to a running stitch, but it's more secure, and so it is better for you if you're doing something that needs to be more permanent, if you're repairing something on your own clothing, or if you're doing hand sewing that needs to be more sturdy. Same thing, okay? We're going to start out like this. Once again, I'm going to hold the fabric in my hand so that I can feel if I stick the needle through on the back side, that I'll be able to feel what I'm doing. I'm going to go in and back out again. Okay, the beginning stitch, the very first stitch of a running stitch looks weird because you're going to have a space that you normally aren't going to have as you get going. But anyway, so this is the same thing that we were doing with the running stitch, right? I'm going to go back in halfway. I'm going to stick it back in there halfway across. And then I'm going to come out again about halfway again. You know, these are all about equidistant if you look at that. They're all about equidistant apart from each other. I'm going to pull that through. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the needle in the same spot that last stitch came out at, okay? Scoot over a little bit further. Pull through. Needle in the same spot where we left off at. Equidistant, and pull through. If you want to draw yourself a line for this, you can. And the same as the running stitch, you want each one of these stitches to be about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch long. It's about the same, so I'm going to do this again. I've gotten myself a tiny bit crooked, but I also am trying to work around my phone, so that makes it a little bit harder. You'll notice when you look on the back side of this that there's actually a double row of thread back here. Once you get going on this, you can actually do it fairly quickly. This is obviously a lot more sturdy than just the running stitch. You can tell that there are, you know, twice as many threads going on, and so it's going to be sturdier to do repairs with or to keep stuff secure. And you want to keep going with that and do a line of that. Now, when we get to the end, I'm going to just act like this is the end of this. We're going to do the same thing as we did on the running stitch. I'm going to make a stitch here and come out and just do 3 stitches on top of each other. 1, 2, 3. And cut that and call it good. We are going to put back stitch on here and label it. If you've used a new piece of fabric, make sure and put your name on it, but you do want to label it so that you've got the stitches on there. So see, this has got a double line on the back, and it looks almost like a solid line on the front. And that is the back stitch. Those are the first 2 samples for this week for you to do.